Hey YouTube, it's Maddie, the Empty Nest Scrapper. Welcome to my channel. I'm so glad you stopped by. If it's your first time, I hope you enjoy the content and consider subscribing when the video is through. If you're returning, as always, I'm super glad you came back. Today is the second installment of a little series that I am doing for paper crafters who are like me. And my issue with paper crafting is that I do not have any artistic talent. I can't draw, I can't paint, but I do love paper crafting. So I decided to put together a series if there are other paper crafters like me who do not have any artistic talent but enjoy the process and would like to create things that they can be proud of. So in this video, I am feeling a void in my card stash, and that is, I noticed I did not have any or enough wedding cards. And I did previously have in my stash a stamp set that I did try to use more than once, could not create anything that I felt comfortable enough to give to a couple. And so when I was shopping at another time, I noticed this lovely die. And as you can see, I'm going to pull it out to avoid some of the glare. As you can see, this die is practically the size of a card front and is practically a card without doing anything else. And that, for someone who paper crafts like me, is the jackpot. So I swiped this up from, I believe, scrapbook.com. And I was able to find in my stash just a little sentiment die. This one I used without the shadow, although I love having a shadow option. And it just says Happy Wedding Day. So I'm going to put these aside. And if that wasn't easy enough, I did find a pack of background papers, and I believe this is from Blue Knight Rubber Stamps. And if you enjoy ready-made backgrounds, you can do the same, and then it's super duper easy. If you are comfortable enough with your skills to use your own backgrounds, then please go ahead and do it. So I'm going to show you after I've cut out that die. This is what the background looks like. Let me just pull over white sheet so you can see. And I believe that's lovely. And you know, I think that it's beautiful even on its own. You don't have to have a background behind if you choose not to. This is one of the ready-made backgrounds that I plan to use with this card. And it looks like a lovely night sky. And it does look like this couple is out on a balcony. And I think that's perfect. Here is the die that I cut out with the sentiment. And it just says Happy Wedding Day. And I think that will create a lovely card. Okay, another option from the same pack is this beautiful daytime sky. And that's what it looks like, semi put together. And I'll show you, I cut it down already just a little bit, but this is what that background pre-made looks like when you open it up before you put the die cut on top. If you are comfortable, as I said, with your background skills, feel free. to use any background you have created. This is a little bit of a cloud background. I tried it a couple of times and I'm not super happy with it, so I'm not going to use it. But just to give you an idea, if you do a better job with sunsets or backgrounds, that would be super fun to include. And this one, I just did a light blend to simulate a background, and a background sky, that is. And this one I think I will use. So with all that being said, I'm just going to assemble these bad boys along with you all. And I hope that it helps you with ideas to create cards and not be shy about the skill level that you are at. If you cannot draw or if you cannot paint. So I'm going to sort of, I had an idea and then I don't remember which I chose for which. I think it was this one that I thought I would use on a black card base. I do like that. And I think that I did test drive these two with a white card base. So it does slightly change the look. Let you see that. I like this on the white. And I think I prefer this one on the black. And I think this one, I chose the white again. But you can use any die that is almost a full size card front, and that will really help if you are unsure of your skills. So while we're here together, I'm going to put these aside for the moment, and I'm just going to assemble these guys while we're here together. And I hope you find this information helpful. I hope it's useful to you in your card making. And I hope when you shop through your stash, you look for items that are similar, and it helps you to put together things that you feel would create a lovely, you can see actually, now that I turned it over, that it's two-sided. The other side is the one we're using on the other card base. So I'm just going to use my ATG gun and place down some adhesive. And as I always do, don't ask me why, I'm going to add some glue. I just recently changed my glue and put them in these little bottles. This fun little pin was created by Gloria Wolf. She's another crafter that I have come to know in the chat rooms, and I loved her little glue pin closures, and also she does make a pokey tool with that will match if you like. And she does ask what colors you like, and she custom makes them for you. So keep your eye open for Gloria Wolf. I believe you can email her and get some get those products at any time, and she will actually put it together with your own favorite colors and with your own favorite even little dangle. She added a dangle and said, you know, what do I like? And I asked her to put on a star, and that's exactly what she did. She put on a star. So these little bottles are brand new to me, and I feel like I'm having trouble getting the glue out. Do you use these little bottles? I picked that up on Amazon. I noticed a lot of people using these bottles. This one is working great. So I'm not sure if I left that one open or what the story is there. But let me know if you use those little bottles, and if so, are they working well for you? For some reason, in my crafty world, I do have quite a bit of difficulty with bottles that clog. I cannot seem to find a glue bottle that doesn't clog, and of course that's pretty frustrating. Excuse me, I'm just reaching for my acrylic blocks to squeeze that down for a minute, and then I will just add glue to the die cut. So let's see if I'm still doing okay. Looks like I am. I can even put it in the frame. Wouldn't that be lovely? And so that you can see as well. But I have the hardest time with precision tip bottles, or even wider tip bottles with glue that clogs. I don't know if that is the glue that I'm using. I don't know if it's the bottle that I'm using. I don't know if it's just that that's the way it's going to be. You're going to just have to unclog your glue bottle every now and again. Let me know in the comments if you have a preferred glue, and do you change the bottle that it comes in, or even I was considering getting that glue system from My Sweet Petunia. I've seen mixed reviews about it, so it's kind of, I believe it's kind of expensive for what it is. However, if it does work properly, I would spend the money on it. Probably waiting for a coupon, or, I don't know, free shipping. You know, as crafters, no matter how much something is, we want to pay as little as possible. And, you know, that's okay. That is okay. Because we work hard for our money, and we want it to go as far as it can go. It's the end of March now, and I know a lot of people have tried to adhere to a low buy or a no buy for 3 months, which means at the end of this week, I believe, your no buy or low buy will be ending. And I am wondering if you did participate in a low buy or a no buy, how did that go for you? So I did just glue that down. And I like to put the heavy weight on top of it and move on to the next part. So I did a low buy. And of course, that's just a term I believe I made up. But I think other people use that term too. So to me, a low buy is just buying with intention and not just ordering whatever looks fun as soon as I see it. Because for me, so many times I will run and purchase, and then I will not be able to do what I saw the other YouTuber do, or maybe just not enjoy the product as I thought I would. So I'm trying to limit my spending and also stay away from buying things that I pretty much already have offered by another brand or in another system. I have looked at my stash, and I know that I do have, you know, way too many. Just gonna grab a scrap paper and dab this off. I have way too many paint palettes, and I don't paint. So I don't paint, and in particular, they're watercolor palettes. That's what I'm drawn to, but I don't use them. So that's a problem. That's a problem that I can correct. So I am going to stick with that plan, and I have really just decided no more paint. No more paint until I use up what I have, which is a considerable amount for someone who doesn't paint. But if I use up what I have, or I don't like what I have, which I don't even know because I haven't used it. If there comes a time that I found I don't like what I have and I want to try something else because I am going to use it, that's different. But for now, no more just seeing and then buying. And I will say, time out, because I'm going to show you how this first one looks. I kind of like it. Let me know if you like it. And also, let me know if this idea of picking up some tools that are a large stamp, a large stencil, a large die cut, if that makes sense to you to help you create when you don't have talent. It makes a lot of sense to me. What I'm doing is I'm pretty much saying to myself, okay, someone who is artistic already did this work, and they did this work to enable me or someone like me to create something. And I look for items that will help me in that way. So let me know if that is something that you feel will help you. Let me just see if this is the way I wanted it to look. And I think it is. Okay. So, but I'm looking at supplies differently because, let's just do this. I don't know, I got that dirty somehow. So I'm just flipping it over and not gonna, never mind the back being dirty. I will figure it out when I put it together. Okay, so here comes card number 2 with the background that I created. But let me know if you think that concept is helpful, because it changed the way I look at items that I'm going to purchase. Because when I see something fun, and there are lots of fun things as we speak, creativation is going on, and there are lots of YouTubers showing what is new for this year. I don't know which day is the day that they debut new products. There is always, I believe on the last day, there's always a showcase of new to this year products at Creativation. Last year, I remember the Better Press was something that looked really fun to me. And I know that I've seen tons of YouTubers having loads of fun with that. And I did wait a bit before just jumping on the bandwagon. And that does fit into my low buy. And I'm not sorry that I haven't picked it up. Really, I'm not. And I know from everything I've seen that tool is easy to use, not super expensive, and creates beautiful cards. So if you bought that, you know, I am not trying to throw shade. But for me, I didn't want to invest in a ton more plates. To me, that is the main investment regarding a machine like that. Same with the hot foil system. I did not pick up the hot foil system because the hot foil machine, and that is a little bit pricier, but the hot foil machine is not the only investment. And when I say investment, it's not just money. It's space in my craft room. So I just felt like I could foil anyway. I have a mink and I don't use it all that much. And the mink works great, creates pretty things, but I don't reach to foil all that often. It's not my jam. I can foil if I want to. There are lots of foiling systems. I just did not want to invest in all of that cost for plates and all of that real estate in my craft room for those plates. So my low buy is going pretty well. I haven't regretted it, and those kinds of things, they'll be there. If I change my mind, if I feel like, gee, I wish I could use a hot foil system. The hot foil system is also, from what I've seen, a little bit fussy. You need to be able to finesse it properly to get a good foil. I don't really have that problem with the system that I already have, the mink. And I'm okay with being limited to what the mink can do. Because I know that the hot foil, according to people who are using that, it creates a nicer look. And I'm sure that's true. It's super popular. So I'm sure that the results that you get are lovely. And many, many people are enjoying that system. But for me, I'm good with the mink. And I haven't really considered reassessing that decision either. So that's my system. I am trying not to impulsively pick up everything that looks super fun. And it may be super fun. I bet it is super fun. But it doesn't need to be in my craft room. It's not something that I feel like I have to add to what I am already doing. So when I'm considering what to add into my collection, this makes more sense for me. And these make more sense for me. because I'm limited in what I am able to do. And even the hot foil system is something that can create, you know, a whole card pretty much by itself, just like those things. There's my second card, and that's with the background that I created. Last one coming up. But I feel as if looking critically at what I'm shopping for helps me on the low buy. And I didn't put a 3-month limit as many people have on their no buy or low buy spending, because everybody has different parameters that are important to them. And I don't get to pick for them, and they don't get to pick for me. But I feel like my low buy, no buy system is something that I'm just going to stick with ongoing, because I think it's helping me not only curb my spending, but also helping me with my card making. Because I find for me, let's see which way I like. Yes, I think this way. I think for me, having less choices sometimes helps me create more easily. And if you think that might be you too, then maybe you can look at your shopping in a different way. And even if you do have talent, and if you do have talent, I envy you. But I feel like at least I can play too. And if we can all play, then we all win. So let's do it that way. We all win. We all get to create something nice and create something that we can share and create something that will give us joy when we're making it and give the recipient joy when they receive it. So that is a win-win. That's what I think. It is a win-win. So I try not to get caught up in what I can't do and try to focus in more on what I can do, and put together as best as I can things that I feel like I can be proud of when it's done and be happy to share with for whatever occasion. And you know, if people notice that this is a card that somebody took the time to create, all the better. So that's how I view it. And I don't mind. I acknowledge my limitations, and I don't mind as much because I found a way that I can play too. And if you also have limited artistic talent, I hope you find a way that you can play and create things that you're proud of and would be happy to share with someone who is celebrating a wedding, a birthday, a graduation, whatever the case may be. My next thing, I'm going to figure out how to make some easy new baby cards. Baby cards are also something that I don't have enough of. And I don't really have tools that I've used that make me feel like I can create something that I'd be proud to give. So that's on my bucket list of what I'm going to try to work on next. And of course, we don't want all of our cards to look this similar to one another, but I think I might try to use a similar concept to get me to be able to create cards, even if I just create different backgrounds, use different dyes, whatever the case may be. But anything that requires a bunch of skilled coloring or skilled painting or any kind of skill, that's not something that ever really works out for me. Another thing that I have tried, maybe I'll do it in a different video, is layered stencils. I do find layered stencils is a good path for me. I've made a few things that I do enjoy, and I feel that it works for the skill level I'm at. So layered stencils is another tool that I feel is conducive to someone without a whole bunch of artistic skill and ability. And I don't know if you feel the same way, or if you just want to see something a little bit different. Because for me, I don't see a whole bunch of videos for easy. I see a whole bunch of videos for showcasing new craft supplies. And that's great, because I do need to learn how to use supplies and use them in a way that creates a beautiful product. But there are also some supplies that create products more easily than others. And that's what I really need to be working with. And there's my last card. So I hope you enjoyed this video. I'm going to line the cards up. And I hope you enjoyed this little chat as well. If you're a crafter that has talent, I am certain that I'd love to learn from you in your videos. You can feel free to let me know what your channel is. And I do try to learn. But I do also acknowledge that talent is not my strong suit. So I've come up with ways to create cards anyway, with pre-made backgrounds, full panel dies, small die sentiments, and even some ink blending in certain backgrounds can work out great. So let me know what you think of this system of crafting. And if you are a crafter like me and do not have a whole bunch of art, skill, and talent, then I hope this helped you. So let me know in the comments if you enjoy videos like this. And please let me know what else you would like to see. And don't forget to like and subscribe if you did enjoy the video. I hope you stay safe and well, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.